Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Champagne. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. Please consider hitting that subscribe button and become a member of the family. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're a member of my channel, thank you so much for continuing on this journey with me. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. So today we are going to work on our 2025 financial goals and our cash envelopes, and the money that's left over in our cash envelopes, we're going to roll that over and give it another job in other areas. So how are you guys doing? How has your weekend been treating you? Hopefully you guys are having a good weekend. I went camping this weekend, so I'm recording this later on Sunday, so that's why it's going up late, but I wanted to make sure that I got it recorded. I was supposed to be camping until Monday, but our days kind of got mixed up, and we actually went a day earlier and then came back a day earlier. So which kind of all worked out because it lets me get ahead of the week. But let's see how much we have going into our cash envelopes and our challenges. So we have 100, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 93, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 5, 75, 85, 95, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So $414 going into our everything, our envelopes, and then our challenges that we're using to meet our 2025 financial goals. I also have money from challenges that were finished. So we have the roll and save from our randomizer video, and then we have our fairy box from Candy over at Step and Budgets. We have the different areas that those are going to be going into. So I do have it split up and ready to go. So those are going to sit off to the back there. All right, but let's get into our cash envelopes. So let's start with gas. So last week was a fairly busy week at work. It was a short week kind of, because on Tuesday I didn't go into the office. I kind of worked from home, and then Friday we had a half day, which was nice, although I still had to drive to the office and back, but it was still a very nice week. And then next week, or well, this week, because it's Sunday, it's going to be another short week because of the holiday. So in gas we have 10, 25, 35, 45, 46, 47, and $48 left over. And then in food, I didn't spend anything last week, so we have the 25 left. Beauty, we wiped it out when I had my hair done, and so we're starting over again, but we did not spend anything in beauty. I am getting a little low on some items. I don't think I have to get anything right now, but eventually in the next couple weeks I will. So I will have to dip into this. And then spending, I didn't use anything in spending either. So that's going to go in here as well. So let's see what we're working with on some rollover money. We have 20, 30, 40, 50, 5, 65, 75, 85, 86, 87, 88. So $88 we're going to give a second job to and put those into areas that we're working on. So gas, every week I give myself $100. So let's put that in there. Foodied, what is that? Food, I give myself a $25. That's if I want to get a coffee or anything like that, small bite to eat. Beauty gets $25 as well. This is for any personal hygiene products. And then this is the only one that rolls over because every 3 months I get my hair done. And so this is how I pay for my hair. So we have 20, 45, and 50. And so far it's actually worked pretty good because it's just me that uses the products that I buy. So it lasts me a little bit longer, which allows me to save the money up for my hair. And I don't have to dip into my credit card or any other areas. It just kind of goes through leftover money or rollover money. So that's how I do my beauty and get my hair done. And then spending, I give myself $15 every single week. That's if I need something small to pick up during the week. I have a little bit of cash to be able to pick that up. So that is our cash envelopes. And then let's go into our categories that we're saving for our 2025 financial goals. There are some areas that I'm working on all throughout the year. And so by the end of the year, if I stick to my plan in my savings challenges, I will meet all of those goals. And so let's start off with our 3 to 6 month emergency fund. This is for the third month of rent. My goal is to get to 6 months, so that'll take a couple years, but we're just, you know, going. And so we're working on the doubled 52-week challenge. This is from Ren and myself. This is available in my Etsy shop, and it follows the 52-week challenge, except it's doubled. So instead of saving $1 to $52 for the weeks, you save $2 to $104, and you still kind of follow the same weeks. So we are back here, if I can get this to page turn, and we are doing 42. So let's get our 42 out here. So let's see, 1 and 2 in my Sword in the Stone prop money. And then let me color that in there. So 42. So here we go. Excuse the talking you may hear in the background. They're talking right outside my bedroom door. So we have 20, 41, and 42 that we're going to add here. Once you complete this book, 52-week challenge is like 27 something for the doubled. So we do have a bonus section in the very back, and if you complete that, then it's $3,000. So that $3,000 is going to go towards the third month of rent. So far we have 100, 200, 300, 50, 70, 90. So 390, 391. Oh, wait, hold on. What did I do? Okay, hold on. Let me try that again. Let's see here. Okay. So we have 100, 200, 300, 50, 70, 90, 410, 430, 450, 460, 461, and 462 that we've gotten so far. All right, and I do still have some of my magic money set to the side because I want to work on some of these bonus, but I just don't know how I'm going to go about it. So next we have Thunder Thursday. So this is another book from Ren and myself. This follows the Thursdays of the year. So whatever calendar day that is, that's how much we save. So we are back here in June. I'm lying. We are right here in May. We haven't got to June just yet. Let me reach up and get my marker. I meant to get this before I started, but obviously I didn't. Okay, so let's finish off May and color in our 29. So let's do that. And this is going to go towards my emergency fund. The goal this year was to save $1,000, but now I'm just trying to save however much I can across the board. 20, 25, 27, and 29. So 25, 27, 29. Finishing off May, so let's put that in here, and this is going to be worth $818. This challenge is available in Ren's shop over at Mischief Budgets on Etsy. We have every day of the week, and we're going to start working on next year's, but for now we have these ones. So we have 100, 200, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 35, 37, 39, 41. So 341 so far. And again, once this challenge is completed, I'll save $818 to go towards my emergency fund. I have a little over $1,100 in there now. And then I have other money that's going to go there, but it's in a different ally account. And I believe that's at 700 and something. So we'll see. So that one is done. All right. And then let's go into... I'm just trying to give myself some room up here. Let's go into our Christmas binder. So every week I try and save $30 to go towards Christmas. The goal is to save $1,500. I think we might end up saving a little bit more than $1,500, which is perfectly fine with me. The more, the better. But let's see. Santa's coming to town. So with $15, let's scratch something here. And I realize I put this backwards. So let's see, so 15, so that's 8. And let's see, these are 3 to 9. So we don't have quite enough for 15, so that's 8. So that leaves us, I can't math in my head right now. So 15 minus 8, so leaves us 7. Oh, what's the chance that we'll get a 7 or less here? I only see 1 9. This is worth 50, but I'm not going to add this up. So let's see. Okay, we can do this roll and save because we're using the 6-sided die. So let's see. So that's 5. So let me write 5 here, and then we will cross out a 1 back here in the back. And this binder is from Ren and myself. It comes with cards, as well as little wooden pieces from my shop. So it's a collab between the two of us. And that will be our $15. So let's see, that's going to go in here. So let's put that in. All right, so far in this book, we've saved 100, 200, 300, 350, 370, 80, 95, 400, right? 1, 2, 3, and then 400. Yep, so $400 so far. I'm not sure exactly how much we're going to save in here because there's roll-in saves, and so that obviously is going to change across everybody's that's using this book. Next is our countdown to Christmas. This is from Liz over at Liz and Less. And so let's see here. We have $15, so we can't do anything here yet. Let's see. What do we have in our stickers? So let's work on our town. Let's do this house right here because we can do a 9 or a 10. So we're going to do a 10. Let me see. I think this house goes here. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to put 10 in here. And then let's work on our this and that. So let's see here. Where is my marker? Here we go. Okay, so we used 10, so we have $5. So let's see. Ugly Christmas sweater or fancy holiday outfit. I prefer not to dress up if I don't have to. I like to be comfortable. And so we're going to do ugly Christmas sweater. So let's see. So that's this one right here. And that is going to be $2. So we have $3. And so let's move up to here because Elf or Home Alone. I'm going to pick Home Alone because I do like that movie a little bit more than Elf. And that will actually take our $3. So that's going to be our 15 going into this book. But this book is so cute, you guys. You have stickers here, and then you have a bakery contest, and then you have your little town, and then MASH. So we're going to finish up with MASH. And then, of course, you have the countdown to Christmas. Again, this is from Liz over at Liz and Liz. I'm not sure if she still has some available. She might, but I'm not 100% sure if she's sold out on them. But she has so many cute sticker challenges. If you're not familiar with her, definitely head over and check her Etsy shop out. So our countdown to Christmas so far saved us 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 50, 65. So 365. I'm not sure how much that's going to save either because, again, everybody's going to have different answers to those questions. Let's see here. All right, so let's go into our cutest year-long savings challenge. This is from Ren over at Mischief Budgets. This is going to save us $800, and this is going to go with the 3 to 6 month, or I'm sorry, this is going to go with our Sword in the Stone challenge. This is going to give us $800 towards the $3,900 that I'm saving for 1 month of rent. So we're going to finish out May. So let me pull these out. And so we are going to finish this one here. So we have 11 and 7. So 18 is going to go into here. So 15 and then 3 is 18. So let's color in these ones. Absolutely love this. She also has a digital version where you save, I think it's between $30 and $35 a month. I need to print it out so that I can start using that with leftover money. Because if there's one thing I'm going to do, it's going to give my leftover money another job. That just helps me from spending it. So we should have 70 in here. So 20, 30, 40, 55, 65, 67, 69, and 70. So that is completed. And then, of course, we will start June next week. I cannot believe we are already going to be in June, you guys. That is crazy. All right, so let's see. We need to go into this binder here. So we have our little cards. These are also from Ren. It's a set, goes together, but you buy them separately. And so we're going to finish off this month with $30. So we have 12, 7, and 11. How stinking cute are these cards? I absolutely love this. I have been marking them off, but I'm not going to mark them off because I don't want to have to go and erase them because I can use these again next year. So I'm going to not mark them off. They usually come with scratchers on them, but because I budget my challenges to a T to make sure that I have the money that I need, I ask her not to put the scratchers on so I know exactly how much I need to put in there. But they do come with scratchers. If you prefer not to have them like me, then you can ask her not to add the scratchers. All right, so we should have 120 in here. So 50, 70, 90, 100, 10, and 20. And this is going towards my 3 to 6 month emergency fund. Gosh, I can't talk today. For my rent increase. And so 2 years ago, I looked at how much my bills were, how much my rent was at the time, and I started saving up that money. So I had 2 years worth of rent for the amount that I initially started with. Well, since then, of course, like everything else, my rent increased. And so I need to come up with the difference for the 2 months that I had already saved. And so that's what the $1,500 is for, that I'm using for these cards to give me that, the money that I needed. So again, so this one's done. So that's 120. I believe we already counted it. All right, so this one's done. Let me put my cards back. Did I put the money in? Let me see, 50, 70, 90, 100, 10, 20. Yes, I did. Okay. All right, and then next is our sweet tooth. This is for any dental work that may come up, because dental work is not cheap. And so I am just putting $10 in a week. Each tooth here is worth $5. This challenge is from Reinventing Renee. I absolutely love her challenges. And this one, there's an option for stickers to come with it, which are these right here, but I printed the PDF too small and I didn't want to waste it, and I thought it would fit perfectly, which it does in my binder. But these are for an 8x11 page, so I'll use these after I finish this one. But for now, let's add our $10. This has no limit on how much I'm saving. I'm just putting as much, small amounts add up, right? So every week, $10, putting it towards any dental work that may be needed. That way, if I need something done, I have money sitting there. So we have $50, $60, $70, and $80 so far in our sweet tooth challenge. And the envelope is from Renee as well. Again, that's Reinventing Renee or Budget Nerd Co. on Etsy. Next is our 1530 challenge. This is also from Renee. Love this challenge. I think I've done this 3 years now, or this is the 3rd year, but we're going to finish off May with $30. Whoa. So let's cross that off. And so every month you essentially save $45. You can break it up however you want. Again, use your challenges how you need to use them. Whatever fits your budget, you do what you need to do. You do not have to follow how everybody how the challenges essentially made, but you do what you got to do to get to that number. So far in here we have 100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, and 235 so far. And this challenge is going to save us $540 at the end of the year. Next is our Roger Rabbit. So let me move these cards, you guys. Sorry. Give myself a little bit more wiggle room. And where is my pencil for this one? Here it is. Okay. So every week I give myself $30 towards my Welk maintenance fees. I do have a timeshare. The timeshare itself is paid off, but this goes towards the maintenance fees that I have to pay every 2 years. I just paid them in January, and so I have 2 years, well, 1.5 years now to save for the next payment. My goal is $3,000, but this year I'm trying to save at least $1,500, if not a little bit more. If it's a little bit less, that's fine. We still have another year. So I'm trying to put $30 every single week into this. If I have times that my income is a little bit less and we can't put money across the board, this is one of the first areas that I'll take from. And so let's do 30, and then I believe we have, right here. So 34 from our fairy friends, from our fairy challenge box from Candy. So 34 went to Welk. So let's add this 34 in here. So let's see, we have 20, 40, 50, 62, so $64 we can mark off in here. And because we have 60, I am going to knock this 50 out. Let's see, so 50, and then we'll have 14 to knock out. So there's 50. And let's see, is there another 10 in here? I don't know. I don't see one. Okay, so we'll just do this 9 and 1, and then we'll do a 4. All right, and then we'll do this 4 right here by Jessica Rabbit's leg, and that will be 60. So 50, 60, and 64. This is from Donna, powered by creativity. It's going to be worth $1,500. So once we've completed this challenge, that lets me know that we saved the $1,500 that we were working on. So not only do I budget the money, but the rollover money that I use every week to go into other challenges or my randomizer, if I'm doing a box or my randomizer, if it chooses the Welk, that's how we're going to get it done a little bit faster, or put extra money in there. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 700, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 800, 10, 12, 14, 15. So $815, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20, 40, 60, 80, 800. Yep, $814. So not too bad, considering where we need to get to and how much more time we have left in this month. Next is going to be, so this one is completed here, so we can move that to the side. All right, next is going to be our May challenge from D Plans and Budgets. So we're putting in $5, $10, $15 to finish off May. These are done, but you guys, I never went back and colored them in. Obviously, you can see that, but that's fine. So we're going to add our $15 and we're going to color these 3. I will color these off camera, just because I like to see that they've been completed, but I will save you the time of me coloring them in. So we'll just do that. And then we have 10 and 15 going into here. And again, this was a freebie on Dee's Ko-Fi. But if you have not watched Dee over at D Plans and Budgets, you are missing out. She, as I said multiple times, is retirement goals. You guys, go check out her channel. We have 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 55, and 60. So 360 so far that we've saved from her challenges. All right, and then next we have Save with Judy. So this is $5 a week, or $10 if it's a short week. You essentially save $25 a month. This is worth $300, and I am planning on using this money for an advent box from one of the bigger shops, either Simple Shops or Baddies and Budgets. I know I'm going to probably have to save a little bit more, but this is going to give me a good start. Let's see. So that's $5 going into here. So we have 100, 10, 15, 20, and 25. So 125, almost halfway there. All right, next is going to be our B challenge. We have $10 going into here. This is going towards, was I going to put it towards emergency, or I hadn't decided yet? I can't remember. You guys, sometimes I start challenges and I overthink a lot of things. And so what I may decide something's going to go towards at that moment may change in, you know, a week or two, a month or two. It just depends on what I'm feeling at that time. But we're still going to keep on trucking. We're going to put our $10 in. So that's 20, 30, and 40 that we have so far in this. And I believe someone said this is from Lisa Grateful Me. I think, yes, I believe somebody said that in my comments. And I think it was a freebie. And then that's nothing there. So let me get my life together here. All right, so let's see what we have here. So let's start off with this one. So we have the Roll and Save and the Wings and Wands. These are both going to moving, so that's going to be 140. So we have 140. So let me get my moving, and just, you know, I do rent, so I always putting a little bit of money for moving in case we do have to move every year. I never know if I'm going to want to stay in the same place or if I'm going to want to move. So we have 1,000, 1, 200, 50, 70, 92, and 93. So 1,293 so far. So we just, again, save a little bit at a time. So that one's done. So these two have been put in their areas. And then let's see. That's going to go towards Roll and Save. So our Delightful Dwellings, that went to debt. And as you can see, when I do my box challenges, each section goes to something different. And so that way money is spread across the board. I'm motivated and enjoying and having fun saving money. And so this is what it looks like after I've completed one of the box challenges. So we have debt, $34. So we're going to put this to the side actually. So we have 20, 31, 32, 33, and 34. So I think Well, I already know. We're going to put it into our There's No Place Like Home Savings Challenge book. This is from Ren and myself, available in Ren's shop. And so I'm just going to put the 34 in, but I'm going to need my calculator. So let's see, 34, and let's see what we can get through. So our alphabet challenge is already done. This scratch is done. This roll and save. This scratch is done. I'm going to work on this last. So let's work on this one. So we have 34. The courage is worth 8. So that's minus 8. Let's see, which is 26. And then the heart is worth minus 3. And let's see, the brain is 5. Just gonna see how many we can get through. Another brain. So 13. Oh, another brain. And let's see, that leaves 8. So if we find the shoes, we will be in trouble. Okay, so instead of, and I'll come back and clean this page, but let's come up here and then we'll just color in the 8 here. There. That way we have no IOU and the $34 all goes in. All right. So let's add that. No IOU. Let's see here. And this got transferred into my Ally account for this book. Once the book is completed, that money will go towards my credit card that I'm focusing on. So we have 500, 600, 700, 720, 740, 750, 152, 53, 54, and 55. So $755 that we've been able to save using this book so far. Once I finish this book, I'm going to start our Alice in Wonderland book for debt. So that's done. That money is spent. And then let's see, we have our roll and save. So the tiny toadstools is going towards our roll and save. That's $42. And then let's see. So 30. Nope, that's not going to work. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. How are we going to do this? Okay, because the way I do my rollover, I do one roll for each of my categories in here. So let me get that set up because it's hard for me to get some of the cash. So we'll do this. We'll do the rollover money last. And we'll do this one first. So this is Tiny Toadstools Roll and Save. So $42 that we got on here. Let me just move this stuff. Sorry, you guys. I feel like I'm all over the place. We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 1, and 42. So let's do the 42 first. And that way I can make change if I need it. Okay. So we won't need the cards yet, although let me fix them, because we use the cards for the rollover money. All right, so I don't have my, let me move this. I don't have my tower, so we're just gonna roll them right here. And let's see what we got. All right, so let's see here. So rent increase, that's gonna get 5. So we're just gonna put 5 here. Moving is gonna get 4. So we have 2 and 4. Amazon Prime is going to get 5. P.O. Box is going to get 4. So 2, 3, and 4. Car maintenance is going to get 3. Subscriptions is going to get 1. 3 to 6 month bills, this is going towards rent. So this is part of the my 3rd month of rent. So that is going to get 2. Welk fees is going to get 2. All right. And then we can go back to the front because we still have money. Let's see. We have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So $16 left. So let's see how far we can get. Whoops. All right. So rent increase is going to get 6, so that's nice. And moving is going to get 3. So let's see. Let's put the 2 back, and then we'll take the last 5. Amazon Prime is going to get 2. P.O. Box is going to get 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so that's it for the roll and save from the tiny toadstools. So let's see, let's get our rollover. So let's put our rollover out now. And let's see how much is going to go where. All right, so let's roll again, and this one we'll actually mark off, and then once we're done, we'll count how much is going into it. This video is going to be a little bit longer. All right, let's move these back. So rent increase is going to get 6. Moving is going to get 4. So let's see. I don't know if I don't have 4. So let's see. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I put this 7, 8, 9, and I can take 11, right? I believe that's right. Okay. And then Amazon Prime is going to get 1. P.O. Box is going to get 3. So let's see, 1, 2. So we'll put that back and take a 5. Car maintenance is going to get 1. Subscriptions is going to get 3. So, all right, perfect. So 3. Rent is going to get 2, which of course I don't have. So let's see what we have in here. Okay, so I can put this 3 back and take a 5. And then we'll count it when we're done. And then Welk fees is going to get 6 extra dollars. So 5 and 6. Okay, so that's it for this. Let me move this to the side, and then we'll see how much is going into each one and how much they ended up with for the month. So rent increase, let me just fix it. Ooh, okay. So rent increase is getting an additional 10, 25, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 142, and $43 this month. So that's awesome. Moving is getting an extra 11 today. And let's fix this here. So for the month, it's getting 10, 15, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. Amazon Prime is getting $8 today. Let's see if I can grab all the money out. So Amazon Prime is getting 10, 15, 22, 23, and 24. All right. P.O. Box, let's fix this. So today, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is going into P.O. Box. And let's see. We have 5, 10, 15, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. Once I reach my goal of P.O. Box probably will continue to roll over, but some of these, once I reach the goal, then I'll stop for the year. And then I'll let that money go towards other items that I'm saving for, just so I can meet those goals faster. So let's see here. So car maintenance is getting 5, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I don't stuff car maintenance into any particular envelope because I'm constantly using my car maintenance for oil changes and anything my car needs. So I don't usually stuff it because it's pointless. It's money in and out all the time. So subscriptions is getting 10, 15, 22, 23, and 24. Let's see, 3 to 6 month rent is getting 10, 20, and 30 today. Wow. Oh, no, that's how much it's getting for the month. So 30 for the month. I forgot we took it out. So that's good. And then let's see, Welk maintenance fees is getting 8 today plus, let's see here. Okay. So Welk Fees is getting an additional 5, 10, 15, 17, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and $26 that we'll be able to put into that Roger Rabbit challenge next week. So that's it for the roll and save. So now we could start using some of this rollover money. So let's go into here first. Let's go into Candy's mini challenges, and let's see, we got to finish this one. So we have 2, 4, and 6. I believe that's all we needed. 2, 4, nope. So 4, 6, 8. So 5, 6, 7. Let me see if I have $2 in here. I do. So actually we're going to put this back, and then we'll just take a 10, which we should have 30 in here. 10, 20, and 30. Yes, we do. All right, so May's finished, so we're going to put that in the back, and then I will get June ready for next month. Next is going to be our rainy day. This is just extra money, so I'm doing small amounts. So let's see. Let's do $2. So let's finish off this umbrella here. Hopefully the lighting is okay for you guys. It's kind of dark for me, but I'm filming in the daytime, so $2. So let's add this $2 here. So in here now we have 20, 35, 42, 44, 45, 46, and 47. All right, next is our mini millionaires. This scratcher is from Tracy over at Golden Girl Budgets. I have a challenge for my mini millionaires in almost everything I do. Ooh, okay. This one's going to be worth 75, so I can see why I had a little spicy number here. So that's $12. So 10, 11, and 12 is being added into here. So far we have 10, 15, 16, 17, and 18 for the mini millionaires. There's 11 that I'm saving up for, although one of them is going to be turning 18 next year. And so once he turns 18, then that I will no longer save for him. Next, we have our sticklets from Liz over at Liz and Less, and I am just going to do $10 today. This is for any budgeting binders that I need. So we're going to put 10 back, and we're going to take the 20. So in this section, we have 20, 40, 60, $80. This is for any budgeting gear that I may need next year. All right, Costco. Let's see, we can finish this off and give Costco 5. So let's do that. So 3 and 5. So we have 20, 40, 50, and 55. All right, that binder's done. And let's see, what do we have? 10, 15, 20, and 25. Okay. So let's go into here. Let's do our 50 envelope challenge. This is our savings challenge prepper. So we're going to put 5 in here. I'm not going to save anything up there because we don't have any low bills. So we have 10, 15, and 16. So we're going to put that in there. And then Tracy's book. Let me show you the front. This is her baking up some savings from over at Golden Girl Budgets. So let's see what we got here. So 9, making a mess. All right, let me see if we have a 1. Oh, we do. And then we can put this 10 in. So far this book has saved us 50, 60, 70, 85, 87, 88, 89, $90. Okay, and then we have our Hong Kong from Liz and Less. This is for a new car. So let's see if we can do one. So let's do the 5. So the little car here. I wonder where we can squeeze him in at. Let's put him way over here. So that's 5. So we have 20, 40, 55, 60, and 61. I just love the colors on this one. I love all of Liz's challenges, actually. They're all fun. So we got new car, and then this Roger Rabbit right here. It's the same as my Welk, but this one is going towards a new phone. So let's do the last $6 in there to finish that out. So we'll do this 5 here and this 1 right next to it. So this 500 is going to go with some other money that I have to go towards the new phone. So we have 100, 200, 20, 30, 45, 55, 56, 57, and 58 so far in this one. So we still have a little ways to go for here. All right. And then, you guys, I got to stretch my legs. Sorry. Let me clean up my mess here. And then I want to do our, this one is from the same fairy tale box, but we have $45 going towards the box challenge, and that box challenge is going to be always be a silly goose. So we're going to finish this one off. So we should have 45. So 5, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 24, 26, 28, 29, 30, 1, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 1, 42, 43, 44, and 45. So let's see how much we can get through. I don't think we'll be able to finish, but let's just see how far we can go. So let's see where we are. So silly goose game, take 1 from section 2 and roll the dice. So let's see where we're going to put that $1. So that's going to go into 6. So section 2 is going to get, we don't have a 1. Let me put this 2 and take 2 1s. We'll put this 1 back. And then this is going to go into section 6. All right. And then this one will go back into the pile, but we'll wait until we're almost done. So let's see. Let's go to this one, save $7. Let's, oh, he's right here. All right. So this one is going to get 7. So 5 and 7. Well, that worked out. So we'll put that there. That card is done. Let's see, $9. So we got to find the duck on the ball. Oh, right there. So silly toys. So this section is going to get 9. So 5, 7, and 9. Just stick that in there. All right. Let's see, roll any die, even, 2, odd, 9. So let's roll our 6-sided. So it's odd. Ooh, so $9. Okay, so I think that's going to be in silly hat. Oh, nope, I was wrong. Here we go. Silly costume. So it's going to get 9. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9. Money goes so fast. So that card is done. And let's see. Okay, guitar. So $6. So let's see. Would that be costume? No. Job. Shoes. Oh, he's under the silly eyewear. Okay. So this section is going to get 6, and this section is now done. So 2, 4, and 6. All right, so winding down, still have plenty of cards left and still have plenty of spaces. So let's see. Silly Goose Game, take $5 from section 1, and let's see where that's going to go. So toys is going to lose $5, so let me find a 5 in here. So $5, and then let's see where it's going to go. Oh, okay. Section 1 said, not today. Give me my money. Give me back my money. So let's mark that off. We'll put that right there. And let's see. Save an odd number. So let's find, that one's right here. So silly toys. Okay, number 1. I see you. I see you. So let's do 2. No, we're going to have to do 3 because odd. Hello, Champagne. So let's do 3. So that card's done. Let's see. I think this is going to be silly shoes. So that's going to be 6 once we find him. So silly shoes right here. So this section's done. So 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So still have a little bit of money left. But I feel like we're winding down on the spots. All right. So costumes, that's going to be 8. And we'll probably have an IOU, you guys. Because I don't think I have... Let's see. Oh, I guess it's not costume. Silly hat, maybe? Oh, yep. Silly toys. Okay. So that's going to be 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have an IOU of 8. Let me see. Do I not have an IOU card? Okay. I'm just going to write it on here. So that was IOU of 3, right? We put 5 in, you guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay. So we're going to stick this here. And that's all our money, you guys. But let's see what we have left in here. So we have 1 here on silly toys. We have 1 on silly hats. Costume, we still need 3. Silly jobs is done. Silly shoes is done. Silly eyewear is done. So we're almost done, you guys. So we're going to stick these little silly gooses in here. And that's it, you guys. That's all the money we have today. I hope and pray that you have an amazing and blessed week. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. And until the next one, bye.